This is a replay from a live chat in the Spread the Word Facebook group. I would like to share it with the viewers of the Meri Atelier. This is a faith-based video. Because I realize viewers of the Meri Atelier are of many different faiths, I have put the comments on an approval basis. Please comment. I will see it and approve of polite comments. The counts on the like and dislike option are also hidden from view. However, please hit a thumbs up. I will see it in my administrator area. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. Meri at the Meri Atelier.
I constructed a glue book, and this is it. I constructed it out of, let me reach behind me. I have this Renaissance art book. Florence. Florence, of course, is a city in Italy, and the Renaissance. And there are beautiful, beautiful photographs in here of art. Yes, yes, Linda, napkins. Napkins, especially if it's something that you got at a church meeting, something like that. I have in my stash stored away some old note cards from the church that I was confirmed in. And I don't know if churches do that so much today, but they're just a little box of white note cards, and they have a sketch of that church, that Lutheran church. I've sketched the church in my urban sketching. So I used images out of this book to create this blue book, and I did that last week. And we did this first page of David, and I'm so thrilled with how this turned out. Just thrilled with it. I'm very happy with it. Isn't that fun? And in the background, there's the hymn, "The Lord is my shepherd," and then I have Psalm 23 here. Really turned out nice. So I am going to work in this session on this page, and what I have to show you, I have something to show you that I was so excited to find. I was going through some boxes, and this is not mine. This belonged to my brother's significant other, and she passed away. But I was going through some boxes, and one was a basket of yarn, and at the end of this basket of yarn, I found this, and I thought, oh, it's a sewing pattern. Well, what it is a pattern for living, and it was the Bethel Church of the Brethren Mother and Daughter Banquet in spring of 1964. And of course, she's colored it. But it's a faith-based pattern. And 1964 pattern for living, mother and daughter styles, all sizes, materials required, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, the fruits of the Spirit here, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Notions needed, elasticity, variety, sense of humor, something I'm still developing. Isn't this neat? Interface of forbearance, a lip zipper. I might need the lip zipper too. That's a good one. Backbone stiffening. I definitely need some backbone stiffening. And then measurements. How wide is your understanding? How long is your patience? How deep is your love? Program printed on pattern pieces inside, and then it has a little diagram of pattern pieces. And this is actually an envelope. And what I'm going to do, you'll see me do this, because I'm going to do this in this session. I am going to do a tip-in of this envelope. I'm not going to alter this. I like it just the way it is. I'm going to paint this page. But inside are the pattern pieces. And on each pattern piece, they have a part of the program. On each pattern piece here, it has a segment of the program. It's got the piano selections and the invocation, on this piece. And over here, it has the list of the program on 4. Let's see, fitting for mother, see materials required on cover, fitting for daughter. So it has some of the fittings in here. The designer, and it has a thanks, and the program's printed by, some acknowledgments, and then it has a good night. And what I like about it is there's nothing on the back, so I can put it in my glue book if I want. And here's something that I was saying last week. If you attend a women's group or a Bible study, sometimes they have songs at the beginning of the meeting and they'll print them out. Well, that's what this is. They had printed out Faith of Our Fathers and Mother's Love. And this is part of the program. Just really interesting reading. And to think this was 1964, this is over 50 years old. So, pattern for living. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Planning the layout. Let all things be done decently in order. And live a tidy life. Neat as a woman's work basket. Tasks wound on separate spools that unravel in a single thread. Logical fashion. Ideas that keep filling the basket. Good cloth to make things of. Dreams that lie close as though separate as a woman's collection of buttons. And it just goes on and on and on. I'm not going to read everything. Instructions for cutting. Cut out all unkind criticisms, gossip, and fault finding. Join in the laughter. They must not weigh us down, these tragic things. How can they if we find a heart that laughs and sings? Some part of every day. And here's the lip zipper one. I love that lip zipper. I might have to do a lip zipper in my glue book. Maybe illustrate a lip zipper. Lord, fill my mouth with proper stuff and nudge me when I've said enough. I like that. That's a cool quote. Facing the task, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works. And then it has a little paragraph there. And finishing detail. I finished my course. I've kept the faith. So that is what I am going to put in my glue book tonight. And I'm going to get started. And I don't have wax paper torn out here, but I do have a sheet there. And let me tear out a sheet of wax paper. And I'm going to do the same thing on this page that I did over here with that yellow background. I'm going to paint out these buildings. I really don't want them. I'm going to use a lavender color this time though. And I'm using Apple Barrel craft paint that I got at Walmart. It's not an expensive paint. Maybe I need to be centered a little bit more here. Okay. And my friends are convincing me to use glue sticks. I'm using the glue stick again tonight. Although I'm going to get a different brand because I just have washable school glue here. But I'm being convinced of using those instead of the wet glues. I was very much opposed to glue sticks, but my opinion's changing. So you learn along the way, and keeping yourself open to things, even in art. Nobody knows it all. I know Jerry was saying this craft paint is a little thin, this Apple Barrel craft paint, and it is, if you want to completely cover your image or your text, is probably advisable to do more than one coat. If you don't mind your text showing through, it really depends on what you want to do. I use this because it's affordable for me. I wonder if I put some yellow on here, it's going to add some shades of gray. I've been doing shades of gray ATC cards, having so much fun with those. I know I'm going to put some yellow in here just because I want a little yellow on the page. This will probably get covered up anyway, but here we go. Sometimes it's fun just to get your fingers in the paint and be a kid again and finger paint. Now I want a little more purple. That glue stick is fine. Just use a heavy hand when I'm reading around my little selfie stick, Jerry. That glue stick is fine. Just use a heavy hand when applying it. Okay. Thank you. And we'll put a little more purple in here, although I do think that some of this is going to get covered up. Let's put some of this over here on the edge, because that will probably be where... Okay, I have this slathered in paint. I'm going to wipe off my hands. I'm going to heat gun this. Is this too much toward the bottom for you? See if I can move it up a little. There, I think it's dry enough to work on. What I want to do next is I want to do a tip-in of this pattern. And I don't know, do I want it to tip in so this pretty girl faces this page? And so when you open it up, it's like this. Or do I want the pretty girl on the outside so that when you open the page, the first thing you see is the pretty girl and you open it up and see the pattern? I think I like it like that. So what I want to do, and I have been hoarding this 7 Gypsies tape measure washi tape. I've been hoarding it because I can't find it anymore. Faces out like this, Susan. I've been hoarding this 7 Gypsies tape measure tape because it's probably off the market now. I don't have any more of it. Oh, great. Okay, that's how I'll do it then. Then I'm going to move my page like this and tape it. Now, I got to do this right. I need to tape it like this. Oh, glue stick once in the picture there. So I just want to sort of line it up. And I thought, I've been hoarding this for a reason, and this is it. Actually, this is going to get probably painted over the next time. So I think I'll use this. However, this is a different type of washi tape, so I'm going to put some glue. Hopefully I can get some glue there. It's funny when you buy tape and then you glue your tape down. But that's the way it is when you use washi tape in a journal where you're doing, especially when it's on a binding of a seam like this. And I want to add this comment. I see people using masking tape in the center of their journals, just brown masking tape. And unless you use a glue to put that down, I guarantee you in 3 or 4 years, that masking tape is going to dry out and peel off. I know from experience. So if you use masking tape or washi tape that is really a thin washi tape like this is, it's not made for strength. Use some glue. It's pretty and I love it, but use some glue to attach it down. And every time I see somebody using masking tape, it's strong for now, but it's not going to last several years. I go back and I see boxes that have had, or even books and things that we've mended with masking tape, and you can just peel the mask. It dries out and you can just kind of lift it off. So I'm always cautious using masking tape in my art journals unless I glue it down or even use a matte medium on it. Now I'm going to come in here with my pattern tape, my beloved 7 Gypsies. And I think that I'm going to... Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong, wrong, wrong. No, it's right. Whew. I had those 2 pages together. Thought I did it wrong. So, I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to kind of straighten it out a little. And this tape has a backing on it, and I'm hoping I can get it here. Be good here. Where's my... Have you seen Penelope? This is my little pincushion doll. That's my studio mascot. She sits up above my desk here. She travels with me. She's my little mascot. I wouldn't call her a muse so much. She's more of a mascot. She tries to tell me what to do, but get it started. There. There. Oh, is that working? That's not working right. Well, I'm going to peel it off and glue it down, because I'm not going to fool with it here. I have to look at that tape better. That backing should be coming off. There we go. There we go. That's better. Whew. Now I'm a happy camper. And you know, I don't notice it so much with this tape, but I am going to put some glue down here for safety's sake. Just a thin layer of glue here. Then I know my tape will hold. And we will put it here. Right in here. Yeah, I really do like this. I was so thrilled to have found this. And you know what? Look what's happening here. Let's see. No, I'm going to be okay. Just have to fold it correctly. I was thinking that pattern was going to be too wide, but it's not. All right. I might put a little piece of washi tape down there just to straighten things out a little. And I am finding that I am loving my Elmer's glue. Oh dear. Especially when I'm working in the Gluebooks, I'm finding that matte medium is fairly expensive. And I was gluing magazine images down, and I thought, I'm not going to use matte medium. I'm going to go get some Elmer's glue. So I did. And I'm very happy with it. But now I'm off on a search for a good strong glue stick, because my artsy friends are convincing me that a glue stick is not as bad as what I think. Okay, I'll just leave it like that for now. Whoops, got a little washi on my thumb there. I really like finding old ephemera like this, like these patterns. This is dated 1964. I have a Tim Holtz tape measure. You're crafting along? Yay, Linda. Linda, I watched your haul video tonight. Very cool. I'm going to, just for the fun, I think, what shall I get out? I've got yellow. I'm wanting to go black, but no, let's go with a gray. Let's go with a dark gray. I'm going to see if I can't very carefully put a tape measure on here. Should go with the yellow, but I think it'll conflict too much with the yellow I have down. So I've been using my table, which my drop paper is the back of a Christmas wrapping paper. And it's kind of a slicky wrapping paper, so I've been using it for a drop paper, and I've been using it for a palette. And I'm looking for my sponge, which is here. Now I'm just going to see how successfully I can sponge this on, and this is stiff. Let me cut it. There we go. Should do red. Do I want red? No, I want gray. That's too much red. Let's see if this works at all for me. If you're commenting, I look up every now and then to see what the comments are, but if I don't, if I miss your comment, if you say something to me and I don't respond, hold on to it, and I'll try to ask questions when I'm finished here, and give you a chance to ask if you have any questions. Ooh, I like that. This is 29, 25, 27, 11. Huh, interesting. Well, I'm going to go from 27 to 7. I think I'll put a gap there and go from 27 to 8. So even though this has a sewing theme in my glue book, which could be very much an art journal, in a sense here, I do feel in a sense like I'm art journaling here because I'm doing the painting. However, I defend it by saying that you can do that because I read in the Urban Dictionary that you can do anything you want in your glue books. So I'm adding a painty tape measure. And even though it has a sewing-based theme, it's a pattern for living. And it's based off of the ephemera that I found when I was cleaning out some boxes this week. And I was so thrilled to have found it. Now, it's not my memory, but it's somebody's memory, and she kept that. She was a couple years older than me, so it could have very well have been my memory. Do I want to do this? Do I want to close it in? I think I do. Let's put some more. Well, fortunate for me, I do not have 500 people in my chat room or in the live session. When a person is very popular and they have, well, I say hundreds, if you have even more than, what do you say, 15 or 20 people come and watching you work, and they're all talking, and somebody asks you a question, ooh, I missed it there. Well, that's okay. I admire those people. I go, that takes a real talent. But I suppose that comes with experience. It's a little messy there. I think I'm going to stop on that. That's fine. I'm going to put my... Now that craft paint will wash right off of that stencil. It's a washable craft paint. So I want to put down my ephemera. I think I'm going to save the songs for the next page. And I have the patterns for living, and I was looking at this, and it folds. So I can put it down. I guess I'm okay. I can put it like this and let it fold out too. And if I wanted to, I'm not going to do it here because it'll be too long, too much. But I could even put something on the back of this, and I may come back later and do that. But I'm going to attach this and this here, and it will fold. So I have plenty of space to do more on these pages if I want.